This weekend, Coronation Park in the St. Boniface area of Winnipeg will be alive with the sounds of great music making. This Sunday and Saturday afternoon, June 7th and 8th, the Manitoba Band Association will be presenting the 2025 Community Band Festival as part of their 50th anniversary of Family Festivals, featuring groups such as the Northwind Community Band, the Winnipeg Video Game Orchestra, the Assiniboia Concert Band, and the Westwood Community Band, to name just a few. This weekend promises to be a celebration of community, connection, fun, and a lifelong love of music. Nothing says summer like an outdoor band concert, and this event is free with donations welcome. It's a great way to spend time with family while being outdoors. And joining me here in the Classic 107 studio, I am joined by my good friends, Ginny Helmer, who is the director of the Westwood Community Band, and Brent Johnson, who is the executive director of the Manitoba Band Association. Hello to you both. So great to have you here.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Mm-hmm. So, Brent, this weekend is part of the MBA's 50th anniversary of the Family Festivals. Can you tell our listeners what the Family of Festivals is?
Yeah, it's a long-standing tradition, actually, that predates our organization by 2 years, is our Family of Festivals. It started with a concert band festival and a jazz band festival. You might know them formerly as the Optimist International Band Festivals, that have, since its inception, taken place at the RBC Convention Center for the concert band version, and the jazz one has moved around a bit. So those are kind of the anchors. There's a Level 1 festival, formerly known as the Beginning Band Festival, that takes place in April for younger groups, usually with 1, 2, or 3 years of playing experience. And that festival takes place over a week in Winnipeg and over a couple of days in Brandon. And new to the Family of Festivals this year, though we've long sponsored it as an organization, is the Community Band Festival.
Oh, fantastic. The Manitoba Band Association, it's such a driving force for Manitoba's strong, vibrant school band system. But can you talk about the importance and value of supporting the community band system here as part of the MBA's mandate?
Yeah, I mean, lifelong music making is of such value. You know, we live in a time where we face all kinds of stressors, wildfire smoke today, unfortunately, and all the stresses associated with those who are impacted by those wildfires, just as one example, in a changing world. And so places where community happen, and things like music where your mental health, which affects your physical well-being, are just so vital. And so we see, we have a thriving community band scene all across Manitoba, not just in Winnipeg. And these community bands are places where those kids who've had that amazing school band experience in middle school and into high school can continue making music and, hanging out with friends and the kind of folks that they enjoy being with and doing something together. So, a goal of ours as an organization is to connect more of those dots, get more of those high school kids connected with these bands so that they can know that there are music making opportunities out there that are relevant and enjoyable and great outlets for them.
After graduation.
Yeah. And this is a great way to do it.
When did the planning for this year's Community Band Festival start?
Well, it started at last year's festival, really, and I have to give credit to Duncan Hasker, who has, for a long time, as a volunteer and as a member of the Westwood Community Band, shouldered the organizing of this festival largely by himself. And so Duncan was pretty excited when he and I started to meet, and I got to know more about how things have run and maybe some things that we could do to support it in a different way. And so it began with a conversation at one of our favorite local burger joints up Main Street, Super Boys. We've had a few conversations there because Duncan works close by, and I live close to there, so it's been a handy meeting spot. And hey, I like a good burger, so. We just began conversations with how things have been done and how we can kind of transition that and into our organizational structure. And to provide a little bit more support, hopefully, and hopefully grow the festival as well.
The schedule for Saturday and Sunday is jam-packed. I was checking it out. Brent, can you give us a quick rundown of the bands that are going to be performing on the weekend?
Yeah, there's a real wide variety of different groups and styles of music that'll be represented at the festival. We even have one of Winnipeg's newest community bands will be having their debut performance, the Winnipeg Video Games Orchestra, which is actually led by my backlane neighbor. Dan Bjornson is the conductor, lives just across the back lane from me. And there's some really interesting folks in that group, and they're excited to, they've been rehearsing and are excited to share their music with the world. We've got a mashup of HMCS Chippewa and the Royal Winnipeg Rifles, both are reserve military and Navy bands here in Winnipeg, joining forces for this. I mean, the German Club Band is just a whole lot of fun. I haven't seen them play since just before COVID when we last saw them at Folklorama, which was a hoot, even with my young kids and some schnitzel. And then we've got some more traditional community concert bands like the Westwood Band, Assiniboia, Northwinds, and we've got some big bands as well joining us, and the Winnipeg Pops Orchestra. So the full spectrum, really, of community music making.
Oh, fantastic. Ginny, I want to turn it over to you. First of all, can you talk about your work with the Westwood Band? How did you become involved with them, and when did you start becoming their band director?
Well, I did a little bit of subbing with them. Former director was taking some trips, and so I did a little bit of subbing. And then I had to sub in for a winter bus trip that we used to take. And sight read all of that music. That was sort of a trial by fire. And then the following year, when they needed a director, they asked me. So that started in 2017.
What do you enjoy about conducting the band?
It's just amazing to be in front of people who are amateurs in the best sense of the word. They love to be there. It's part of who they are. It's certainly contributes to their mental health and their physical health and their social well-being. They're interested in improving. They're interested in learning, and it's just a joy to be in front of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm interested in the rehearsal process. I mean, speaking for myself, I teach my adult private students differently than I would say a grade 7 or 8. The approach is different. How do you approach it, standing in front of a room full of adults? I mean, it must be a little bit different than standing in front of a room full of grade 9s.
Actually, it isn't for me because I've always treated children like adults. So it doesn't really come into it so much. I feel that that there's a maturity that comes with just wanting to do well and being willing to take on a certain level of work that you can see in people of any age. So if I compare my experience conducting division or provincial honor bands, those kids just want more and they want to get better, and that's sort of the same situation I'm at when I'm conducting adult bands. So
Fantastic. Brent, you play saxophone in the Winnipeg Wind Ensemble, ensemble that Ginny also conducts. Can you both talk about the value of community and just the overall, this whole idea of having fun making music?
Sure.
Maybe I'll start with you.
I'm really grateful for that opportunity. It's my one musical outlet these days and has been actually for quite a long time. I'd love to have more time to play in other ways. Chamber music, saxophone quartet is something that I still miss from my university days, but not something that life affords me the time for. But Winnipeg Winds is a place where a lot of friends are in the band, so it's a social endeavor as much as it is a musical endeavor. And I have felt it really important, formerly as a band teacher who transitioned into arts administration 14 years ago. All the way along, I have found it really important to stay active as a musician, both for my own sanity and mental and physical well-being, but also, I was with the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra for 13 years, and working closely with musicians there, I felt it helped me stay more connected and relevant to them as well. And I just felt that was actually really important for my professional practice. So it's really important on so many levels.
And Ginny, when when you're conducting the Westwood Band, do you have you must have friends that are now?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I've known them for almost a decade now.
Yeah.
So sure. And of course, the Winnipeg Wind Ensemble is just full of people that I either taught or I have taught with or been involved with. So it's a tight-knit community, I would say. And I also played in that group for many years.
Oh, wow.
From about 1986 until I took over as the music director in 2020. So
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with Brent. It was important to me always to maintain that sense of community, but also my personal playing standard. So you can really understand what it's like for kids to be sitting in a group instead of just sort of making demands on people.
Now you're helping to foster that with the Westwood Band as well.
Yeah, I hope so.
Ginny, just quickly, do you want to give the Westwood Band a plug? What music can audiences expect to hear from the
Sure.
band?
Well, the Westwood Band plays a wide variety of music that's in that in the concert band repertoire. So we play some folk music, we play classical music. We're doing a march by Gordon Jacob. We have medleys of show tunes. So this time we'll be doing a medley of tunes from Beauty and the Beast and music of Marvin Hamlish, just to give you some ideas of, and traditional marches as well, because everybody loves a march. So.
Fantastic. And Brent, the event is completely free, but donations are greatly appreciated. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, we're a not-for-profit organization, so we do a lot on a shoestring budget, and we appreciate any support that folks might be willing to lend. It will go to helping us provide programming, hopefully with barriers removed for all kinds of folks over the course of the year.
This has been so great. I'm going to wrap up the conversation by asking what you're both looking forward to most about this weekend. Ginny, I'll start with you.
I'm looking forward to it not being too hot, because 2 years ago I almost died conducting
Yes.
in the park. And I'm really, really hoping that it'll either rain. I think I'm hoping it'll just rain 12 hours earlier than it's supposed to, so that we get a chance to do this, because we don't have a rain date. So, fingers crossed.
It'll help tamp down that smoke, hopefully, as well.
And the smoke. Yes, exactly. So lots of rain, get rid of the smoke. Get out there and enjoy playing with each other.
Brent, how about you?
I'm just looking forward to seeing a bunch of folks that I don't get to see all that often. I hung out at the festival quite a lot last year and just enjoyed listening to the variety of music that was performed and just seeing all the interactions between folks who are all there for all the right reasons and just want to have a good time and share what they love.
Ginny and Brent, this has been so excellent. I love having my band peeps drop by the studio. All the best this weekend. I hope the weather is perfect and not too hot. And thanks so much for taking the time to stop by and talk to me today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
For our Classic 107 listeners, the Manitoba Band Association's 2025 Community Band Festival takes place this Saturday and Sunday afternoon at Coronation Park, starting at 1 p.m. on both days. For more details and a complete rundown of the bands performing and when they're performing, go to mband.org or go to classic107.com. I've embedded a direct link to the Community Band Festival schedule in the article about the event that you can find up there now. Brent and Ginny, thanks again.
Thank you.